Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. And I've done one or two of these before. I think probably by this time two will be up. This is where I just take a goofy comic from the 90s glut era. And by 90s glut, I mean about 91 to about 97. You know, when the comic boom was happening and pretty much any comic that came out was guaranteed to sell you a decent amount of copies. I'll take one of these books. Instead of just kind of flipping through and talking a little bit about it, I actually read chunks of it. I did an issue of Bloodfire. I did an issue of something else from Extreme Studios. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with the Extreme thing. And what this is Team Youngblood, issue 11. This is from July of 1994. So it probably came out in May, if it came out on time. And this is, first we got this Chap Yap. Yep, that's the guy's name. CHAPYAEP or YAP. I've seen it spelled both ways. He was a artist that worked for Liefeld's Extreme Studios. And last thing I've ever seen, he was working for a company that did Christian comics. And it is one of these artists I'd forgotten completely about until Sal Abinanti, creator of Atomica, and he's best known kind of nowadays for, he's Alex Ross and Bill Sienkiewicz and a few other artists. He's the person you talk to if you want to get the original. He's the original art dealer. But he's done other stuff. Really funny guy. He used to 3 to 4 times a year appear on the Comic Geek Speak podcast and just talk crazy stuff. Well, he doesn't appear as often now. That podcast is kind of slowing down a little bit. They've had some issues. But Chap Yap, it just sticks in my head, that name. So I grabbed this one, and we got Bad Rock. By then. He was Bad Rock. He started off as Bedrock, and Hanna-Barbera's like, motherfuckers, Flintstones. And we got Overkill. And he's throwing a head up, and he says, next. And, of course, we got your Chap Yap was one of the many Extreme Studios Rob Liefeld clones. So let's start off here. We got Extreme Studios production, Team Youngblood. Creator, story, Rob Liefeld. Script, story assist, and edits, Eric Stevenson, who's now pretty much in charge of running Image, as far as I remember. Pencils, Chap Yap. Inks, Danny Meeke, Marlo Alquizia, Jonathan Seibel. Colors, Christian Lichner. Letters, Kurt Hathaway. Color separation, Extreme Colors. Extreme Colors is Jason Irwin. Andre Kromov, Ron Reefy, Donald Skinner, Dave Smith, Brenda Donnelly, Patrick Martin, Dana Sennett, Andy Troy, Juan Carlos Rodriguez, and Liz Lewis. For Extreme Studios, business manager, Cherie Liefeld. Okay, Cherie Liefeld is part of the Creel triplets, who, to me, they're best known. One of them played Tori on that final season of Saved by the Bell, the original series. Tori, the tough biker chick, that was one of the Creel triplets. I don't think it was this one. She's married to Rob Liefeld still, I think. But let's start off here. Sometimes I forget how fragile we all really are. Masada, Photon, Riptide, Cougar, myself. I suppose that's one of the hazards of our particular line of work. If you save the world enough times, you begin to believe you're invincible. You start seeing yourself as infallible. I don't think there's a one of us who believes that right now. Now, Team Youngblood was the away team for Youngblood, and regular Youngblood was the home team. There was like 2 teams in Youngblood. Nothing like the short, sharp shock of reality to reaffirm us of our mortality, or how tenuous our grasp of it actually is. When Shaft requested Dutch to accompany Die Hard Vogue in combat on a mission to Nellis Air Force Range in Nevada, I thought nothing of it. Intelligence reports had Nellis earmarked as a cybernet trouble spot, and Dutch's past association with that group made him a natural for the job. Unfortunately, the job itself was anything but natural. And you got a little asterisk. See, Team Youngblood issues 9 and 10 and Youngblood 6 for details. Combat died. The others were seriously injured, and the peculiar thing about the entire affair was that Cybernet wasn't even involved. Any pretensions towards invincibility were quickly dispelled, and so it was for infallibility as well. During the confusion that resulted from the situation in the Nevada desert, one of our oldest foes made good on his promises of escape. And I don't remember who the fuck Combat was. There were so many characters in this original Youngblood run that I forgot a lot of them. If anything, it made it more so. What's the story, Sentinel? Are we going to get this guy or what? That's difficult to say at this point, Riptide. We've managed to trace the course of the teleportation being responsible for Gage's freedom, but there's no guarantee they will lead us to Gage or the Four. This is not the Four from Planetary. This is one of the villain teams in Liefeld's Extreme Verse. Yeah! Unless the Four are even dumber than they've been in the past, it's more than likely they've moved on to someplace else. Precisely. But that doesn't make this mission any less dangerous. In fact, I think Dutch's absence alone should effectively obliterate any opinions to the contrary. Youngblood Battle Zone number 2. Rob Liefeld, Stephen Platt, George Perez, Jay Lee, Chap Yap, Jeff Masada, Chris Sprouse, Dan Fraga, and many more. There's actually some good artists in that. Vail, Colorado. Like many places, Colorado means different things to different people. To some, it's a paradise on skis. To others, it's an opportunity to hike along some of the most beautiful mountain terrain in the world. Still others see Colorado and resort towns like Vail as the ideal place to get away from it all and relax. Enter one Thomas John McCall, better known to the world at large as Bad Rock. When Bad Rock first decided to spend the bulk of his spring vacation in the resort town of Vail, he had a variety of activities on his mind. A little bit of skiing, a little bit of schmoozing, and all in all, welcome retreat from the day-to-day grind of being the world's most popular superhero. Needless to say, battling the cyborg mercenary called Overkill was quite literally the furthest thing from his mind. Kill Bad Rock, zap! Maximum overkill. Yikes! This is crazy. 1 minute I'm zooming along the slopes minding my own business, and the next thing I know, I got a lobotomized killer robot trying to punch my clock. What the heck's going on? Answer. If you're as confused as Bad Rock, check out Spawn number 23 in Youngblood 7 for the full story. Supreme, the greatest hero of our time. And the ego to prove it. Whatever the case, never let it be said that this Tommy was deaf, dumb, and blind. Really? A Who reference? Beating the stuffing out of old lame brain here obviously isn't going to get me out of this mess as quick as I'd like. So I think it's about time I came up with a more refined plan of attack. How would Shaft handle this? And we got Bad Rock, he's running away. He's trying to figure out how to defeat this. Overkill's a bad motherfucker. If you remember his first comic appearance in Spawn, Spawn realized that to kill him, he'd have to use so much of his power. His power meter would go down, so Spawn broke into like a government warehouse and stole a bunch of weaponry and just blew the fuck up. Overkill's a hitman for hire, cyborg hitman for hire that the Mafia uses. If I'm remembering right. A lot of this stuff I've not read since it came out back in the early 90s. Alright. With any luck, I could pull off a similar stunt with Overkill. All I gotta do is lure Bonehead here far enough down the side of this mountain. Then when I start throwing a beating on him, drip, he won't be going back up. Kill Bad Rock, kill Bad Rock, Youngblood Bad Rock, kill Bad Rock. That's it, butthead. Come in a little bit closer. I want you right up close and personal when I give you this. And he hurls a big chunk of... Okay, I'm guessing it's supposed to be mountain, but to me it looks like a Pop-Tart with like ice on the bottom. Crack! And it nails him. Wow, I guess it nailed his shiny tin butt pretty darn good. Actually, dude, it looked like it hit him in the chin, not his butt, but okay. And he goes crashing it. Okay, Baldy, it's all over now. You want to start telling me what this is all about? Youngblood, Bad Rock, Youngblood, kill. Still singing that same sorry song, huh? Well, suit yourself. I'm just going to make sure you don't go popping your head off like you did last time, and... Another asterisk. Youngblood Strike File number 4. Ah, no, don't tell me you already. Bad Rock and Company coming in September. We got Pitt, Fuji from Stormwatch, Grifter, Mighty Man, Velocity, I think might be her name from Cyberforce and Bad Rock. Whoa! Surprise, surprise, hero, I'm back. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh ho ho yes. I was a little mixed up for a minute there. Something caused me to come after you instead of my proper target. Small number 23. I'm feeling fine now, Rock Boy, while you, on the other hand, are out of your element. You know something, Overkill? I think I liked you better when your needle was stuck. Idiot! Your jokes don't fool me. We're a long ways up. You're scared. Keep dreaming, pal. I'm not going anywhere as long as I got a hold of you. And I can hold on to you however long you want to tool around up here. Ha 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 ha! You don't get it, do you, hero? I'm in control here, not you. Your fate's in my hands. Oh, no. Oh, now. There's a good one. We left your hands about 10 minutes back, bud. Hey! Chomp! Yow! And he's biting Badrock hard enough to draw blood, it looks like. But I don't understand. Poster inside by Todd Neok and Marlo Alquizia. Team Youngblood is trademark and copyright 1994, Rob Liefeld. Dutch is trademark and copyright 1994, Chap Yap. So does this mean we're not going to see Dutch again? And what we got here? We got Photon, Riptide, Dutch, Cougar, Masada, and Sentinel. Now, if I remember my Youngblood history right, dead, sentenced in the Judgment Day miniseries that Alan Moore wrote to revamp the Extreme Youngblood, whatever you want to call it, universe. And, this is typical, Liefeld-inspired art. The anatomy's wonky. To me, it's not horrible. People talk about how horrible it is nowadays. Some of the art I'm seeing now in comics, to me, is just as bad as this. It's just, the anatomy is wonky. I'll give it that. The anatomy is way wonky. Next issue, poster insert by Ben Herrera and Danny Miki. Watch that first step, it's a doozy. And you see Badrock falling through here. What a jerk. If I didn't know better, I'd say he came all the way out here just to screw up my vacation. Man, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. I always wondered how Badrock breathes. Well, he can breathe through his mouth, but how does he smell stuff? He has no nose. Badrock. Later, well, this really sucks. Not only am I in the middle of nowhere now, but I don't have the slightest idea where Vale is from here. And what are the chances that Robert notified the local authorities, huh? Yeah, that's managers for you. Always somewhere else when you... Hey, what's up? Badrock, this is Shaft. We're coming in for a landing. Prepare to board. Hot dang! Talk about service. They don't have to call you, Shaft. And they didn't. Vacation time's over, Rock. We need your help. Hey, no problemo. You're the man, Shaft. It's not anything real serious, though, is it? I'm afraid it is, Badrock. I'll brief you more fully once you've come aboard. And so, the next thing I know, he went and bit on my friggin' hand. He chomped down so hard I had to let go, and that's when he got away. Interesting. But I'm afraid there's nothing we can do about Overkill right now, Badrock. Die Hard, Combat, Vogue, and Dutch were hit pretty hard while on assignment in Nevada. Last issue. By all accounts, Combat didn't make it out alive. He did, however, manage to place a tracking device on his killer. What are we waiting for then, Shaft? It's payback time. And then we get this. Ship come in Antarctica. We're in, Sentinel. What's now? We press onward until we locate Gage. Judging by the size of this place, though, that may be easier said than done. Okay, that makes no sense to me. Photon, I want you to scout a few meters ahead. The rest of you stick together. We don't need a replay of what happened to Die Hard's group last night. Yeah, that's for sure. I hate to do my photo session with a big bruise on my thigh. Riptide. Is this... Okay, part of the thing, and this is one of the things I really liked about Youngblood, it was that Liefeld was trying to explore the whole superheroes as celebrities, and in their world, they were like the ultimate celebrities. So Riptide, in an issue, I think it might have been Team Youngblood, might have been the regular, ends up posing for Playboy. And I remember that was like a big deal, because like Youngblood was a fairly popular comic with the preteen and teenage crowd. I think most of the fans were of that age. I don't think there was that many comic fans reading that they were in their 20s or older. And the Playboy issue, I never have actually read all of it. I don't think there's that much nudity in it, but that issue, most of the comic shops that I went to at the time, they kept it with the other Must Show ID comics. And that kind of hurt because, the fans were not old enough to buy it. But let's get back to the story here. Sniff, sniff. Sentinel, I'm picking up a scent, something familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I know It's not the 4, not Gage. Ah, my ears ringing, hurts, too much pain, can't think. Photon, roared. Sentinel, hear it too, some kind of high-pitched drone. The pain unbearable, Riptide, Masada, Tenda Cougar. Whatever noise he and Photon hear is obviously being broadcast on a frequency too high for human ears. But why would the 4 use a sonic weapon only capable of harming 2 of us? Well, gee, I don't know, boss. I thought you were the only master of deduction around here. That voice, it can't be. Oh, come on, Sentinel. You got to be more shocked than that. After all, isn't every day your boy Brahma goes bad? To be continued. Be sure to check out Youngblood number 8 as Shaft leads the home team in a battle against the megalomaniacal Matic. And then we get our letters page here. Hope you enjoyed that. My rendition of Team Youngblood. We got a letter. Augie D. Black Jr. from New Jersey, one of the better-known modern letter hacks. He always had interesting stuff. Really interesting. I knew his name from, like Savage Dragons, if I remember right, it's where he popped up a lot. Mike Jones. The name of this letter hack's name is Mike Jones. 2 people will get that joke, and I don't think either one of them's watching this, but fuck it, I don't care. And then we get, because of course, that's one thing I'll give Image. They were one of the ones, especially with their early stuff, Liefeld did it a lot, and it happened in Wild sometimes, backup stories. I enjoy a good backup story. And we got here is Melting Points, a Liefeld, Fleming, Pasella, Nocon, Seibel, H-Way, Tallman production, part 2. I had a hard look at myself and don't like what I see. I'm too brittle, too cold, and unbending, like the first of the elements I used to form this new alloy. But like most alloys, this one was created to take advantage of the properties of both of its components. It was a second element that added pliancy and conductivity to the blend. And now I realize that my lab partner and bitter rival, Liz Hughes, is the one element I need in my life to enhance my strength and complement my weakness. Together we form an unbeatable alloy. Of course, recognizing that correct pairing is only half the battle. The real trick is finding a way to combine the elements. And like individual metals, 2 people can have widely differing melting points. You don't have it yet, pal, but you're going to help me win my heart's desire. If the 2 of us can pull it off, and if 2 of us can't pull it off, then we'll die trying. Slam! Wacky panels. And Extreme Studios trope, wacky panels. I really don't know where Marcus could be. He knew perfectly well that a demonstration of the battlesuit was scheduled for this afternoon. Everything else is in place, Miss Hughes. We can start the moment your man arrives. You want my prediction? I say he's a no-show. Your Mr. Langston is probably cowering under desk somewhere, Missy. See, it's one thing to build a weapon. It's another thing to fire it. Danger. Authorized personnel only. Okay, military base. I'm sure he'll be here any moment, sir. He put so much of himself into this project that I can't imagine him missing this. You're kind of sweet on this egghead, aren't you, young lady? We're ready in here, sir. Sweet? No, but I've grown rather fond of him. In that case, you can tell him he's fired off this project. Okay, folks, let's see what this sucker can do. And it better be good. XO1 reporting for duty, General. I believe you're going to be impressed by my wide range of abilities. Skip the sales pitch, soldier. The hardware should speak for itself. Right you are, sir. In that case, you may command the tank crew to fire when ready. Do it! Open fire! And of course, it's just him showing off the suit. And then, of course, he takes off the helmet, and it's Sentinel. And it's basically, this is Sentinel's history, life history. New Blood, a 2-part crossover coming this November in New Men and Team Youngblood 15. Liefeld, Stevenson, yuck. Yuck. Mortal Kombat 2, nothing can prepare you, coming Friday, September 9th. Smoke awaits. Finish him, Kentaro's Revenge. No mercy. Friendship, is that your best? May not be appropriate for players under 17 years of age. Parental discretion advised. Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, and Game Gear. I hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed me being goofy and reading these comics, leave a comment and let me know. I'll do more. I'm not going to do them very often because they do take a little time, and I don't always have a long period of time to get these videos done. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.